Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic Challenge video. Hope you had a relaxing weekend behind you and that you're looking forward to get your week started. But first we have a brand new Galactic Challenge to take care of, and oh boy, it is a challenging one indeed. Now normally when you see a droid challenge you go, easy, I'll throw in my GG droids, job done. Not today because of the modifiers. Anyway, I'll talk about it later. As first I'll cover the feats, modifiers, and then show you the battles. So we got two battles here for you today. So I'll be attempting tier 9 with my droids and then tier 10 with Padme team to get the other feats done if you need. But the team I'll show you the droids. As long as you've got your guys a little bit more geared up than I do, I think Maxi Wars shouldn't be too difficult with that team as well. So looking at the modifiers themselves, yeah, that's right, that's the one that's causing issues. Test of Strength, the Ilum modifier, we start with 10 stacks of Hesitation, which is a debuff, and then whenever we use a special ability, we lose 1 stack of this Hesitation, which is nice. But what does Hesitation do for you? It does, yeah, minus off and minus tenacity, but guess what? Can't assist or gain bonus turn meter. And what is John Grievous all about? Assists from B1 and gaining bonus turn meter obviously by B2, and then when you're hitting all those target lots, the turn meter train is rolling. Same thing if you go like with Sword Elite, which obviously we'll be going in with in today's challenge, spoiler alert. Also her AoE should feed turn meter to your team. That doesn't work. BB-8's unique, that's supposed to feed a lot of turn meter to your guys, doesn't work until you get rid of the Hesitation, and 10 stacks is quite a lot, so it'll take, you know, about 3 minutes or so until you actually get rid of it. So the name of the game is survive long enough and take those guys out. Now looking at the player modifier, it doesn't help us at all, to be honest. Yeah, we get extra offense, and then whenever we score a critical hit, we inflict a target lock. But nowhere it says this can't be resisted. And because of the Old Republic modifier, they've got very high tenacity, they're immune to tenacity down, so getting those target locks sticking on them, it's a bit of a challenge. A little bit of protection recovery, I guess it is nice whenever we finally get some target locks, but yeah, you won't get a lot, they've got lots of cleansing as well. So if at least here these target locks wouldn't be able to be resisted, I think that would be much easier, but unfortunately they can be. Speaking of the modifiers, Old Republic mentioned before, it does a lot of things, but most importantly, they got very high tenacity, they're immune to tenacity down, so they'll be resisting quite a lot. And on top of that, whenever they do resist, which again will be a lot, they're gaining bonus turn meter. However, thanks to Hesitation, this turn meter will be stopped, so we don't have to worry about them getting too much turn meter. But as well, what's really annoying, so whenever they use a basic ability, they deal true damage to all enemies which can't be evaded. So definitely their modifier is like way more powerful than ours today. In terms of the feats, you have to win with a full team of droid units, gain offense up 20 times, and then win without losing a unit. At least the feats themselves are straightforward, so as long as you've got the right droids leveled up, you should be able to get Maxi Rewards. Otherwise you just have to settle for, you know, tier 9 or tier 8 box, so the gold or silver crate, that hey, at least you get your 2 Omicrons. That's what's important. So let's go ahead now and let me show you the droid team that I'll be using here on tier 9. So I was able to complete tier 9 with this. I do have gear 9 sortie. Her leadership gives us extra defense, which is going to be very important with these low gear units. We get extra speed and spare parts as well. So whenever the first unit is defeated, everybody loses spare parts, and then that unit gets revived. So we get a little bit of a revive, you know, which with weaker units, revives are always nice. In terms of modding, I just made sortie as fast as I could, obviously at gear 9, and as much as protection as well. Just try to make her, you know, survive those AoEs coming in from all the Old Republic guys. And then T3, he's another key component here. Obviously here at higher tiers, you will definitely need both Zetas on him. So we get extra critical damage for each debuff on the enemy team. Well, at minimum, there are 5 debuffs, right, on the enemy team, because Hesitation there of the modifier, global modifier. So at least we get, you know, at minimum 40% critical damage, which is nice. And then as well, the other Zeta on him that gives your droid allies 100% of T3's defense penetration. Again, at here, was it gear 11, that's mine, his penetration is very low, so you won't get a whole lot of boost, but you know, any sort of boost of damage here will be beneficial. And then we got 3PO and Chewie here. Got him for protection and speed. So you'll see the name of the game is protection and speed pretty much on all of these guys, because you know, all the true damage these guys are doing, yeah, it stacks up eventually. So definitely want to do there as well. Number Crown Zeta was to an R2. More there, a little bit stat boosts for your guys, which I guess is nice. Now let's hop in a battle and I'll show you here. So here on tier 9 I need like 4 or 5 attempts to get this done, but obviously at minimum you need to complete tier 6 for the gold grade, so you don't have to go on tier 9. I just want to see how far I can push my low gear sortie and low gear T3. Otherwise, straightforward thing, you will want to put smoke screen on BB-8 so he gets marked, and then you just start going after these guys. Here comes their AoEs now. Another AoE, there we go. My T3 at gear 11 barely hanging in there. Sortie, she's quite durable, so even at gear 9 she can take a couple of hits. There we go. So in terms of landing debuffs, actually it seems like Johanny there and Bastila. Let's go ahead. Yep, you gotta fix your T3 up if he's low gear, so otherwise an AoE as well could finish him off. So in terms of landing debuffs, it definitely seems like Johanny and Bastila got the lowest tenacity. So actually I was quite reliably then landing some sort of debuffs on Bastila. There we go, got her down almost. One more hit. There we go, savior triggered. So now we have to do this all over again. The reason also why you want to go after Bastila in a way first, because she keeps putting battle meditation on everybody, and then they've got like what, 60% chance to counter assist. But obviously if you do put smoke screen, you're in stealth, you don't have to worry about those counter attacks so much. My BB-8 barely hanging in there. Let's go ahead, dispel all those buffs, do an AoE, Illuminated Destiny right on time. Now I'm trying to get the Revan out, that, you know, we did exhaust saver there with Basti. I'll go unload an AoE, boom, 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 boom. Wasn't quite enough, so let's go ahead, keep using specials. So you can see we still all have quite a lot of stacks of hesitation, not much we can do here. Almost got Revan down. There you go, he put another mark out there. Let's go ahead actually and do an AoE, dispel all those buffs. There we go, getting some blinds there. As you can see, I did let them blind there on Johanny and Bastila. Definitely those two guys you should prioritize instead of trying to, there you go, stun, landing target locks. So definitely that's why I like to go after Bastila first, because at least you can kind of land some buffs on her. Obviously, unfortunately for me, Julie had a revive already, which obviously wasn't ideal, but still I was able to get this done, dispelling all those buffs again with 3PO and Chewie. More AoEs coming in. There we go. Unfortunately, no turn meter there because of hesitation. More AoEs on my side as well. There we go. Just keep going after Revan. I'm in stealth. Don't need to worry about counterattacks. Illuminated Destiny. One big hit from 3PO and Chewie, and he just wipes everybody out except Sortie. Then you just hit autoplay, and this is going to be pretty much it. So this team again can get you max rewards. From my testing, I probably like a gear 12 Sortie and a gear 12 T3 would actually be enough. Because even at tier 10 I came close a couple of times to completing, but I just didn't have enough damage at this low level. But otherwise it depends, you know, you can just then go on tier 6 with your droids. You don't have to sweat and go through tier 9 and then just complete here tier 10, for example, with any team. They can get the remaining feats done and you'll get your 2 Omicrons and you can move on with your week. I chose Padme. I think it's a pretty good, you know, non-galactic legend team to use here. We got lots of survivability, and then as well we don't have a whole lot of damage, right, because of hesitation, but courage is doing max health damage, so you should be able to knock these guys out quickly. And then obviously with Shakti on her basic, she will grant offense up to your allies that don't have it yet, and then Anakin on his AoE as well gives offense up to everybody. So those are the 2 main sources of offense up for this one. You only need to gain it 20 times, so it shouldn't be too difficult. You just go about your business here. Same thing, just going after Basti first. She also seems to be the weakest anyway. I'm just going to do basic here to gain offense up again. Basti almost down. There we go. Down she goes, and let's go ahead. Let's see if we can finish off Julie before he revives somebody. Hopefully he doesn't have revive ready. Oh yeah, he didn't have. Perfect. There we go. An AoE offense up. Get courage. Let's knock out Julie here. so he doesn't bring anybody back, and now it's pretty much easy kind of here battle. You just kind of finish off these 2 remaining units, and you should be able to knock out here on tier 10 all feats except the droid one. And again, with droids, just do the best that you can, no need to stress out. Definitely things like sortie and T3 are going to be key here. If you do want to go for tier 9, tier 10, maybe at lower tiers, they're not needed, but definitely here at higher tiers, you needed that extra survivability from sortie, as well as extra damage that those Zetas from T3 bring. There you go, I was only 1 key card away from red crate, but yeah, I just wasn't able to get tier 10 done, unfortunately. But you know what, I'm glad I got gold crate here. I got my 2 Omicrons, so that's really the main reward here from all these challenges anyway. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully this video was useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.